1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2. Leave a comment if you can hear me. This is the Alpha Fax.
Habibi.
It's all about experience. It's to feel the adrenaline running through our veins. Like all the things we do that excite us. Whatever world we come from or live in, there are people that are born to succeed. They're called special, to hustle every day for an opportunity of a lifetime. Looking for the challenge to shape our future is something that's in our DNA. A privilege just available for a few. Traders, we see things differently, paying attention to every small detail that would maybe go unnoticed by the common eye. On or by the edge is our playground, with a constant strive for glory, seeking for a new tomorrow. Do you feel special?
Good afternoon, Thomas. Hope you're feeling good.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, Thomas.
Good evening, Thomas.
Good afternoon. How is you, mother tuckers?
Hello, Thomas.
Hello. Nice
Still
cat.
sleeping?
There's a nice pussy behind you, Toku.
Sorry, man.
There's a nice pussy behind you. Pussycat.
It's been a long time I didn't watch you in live meeting.
Ah. Welcome
Yeah.
to the team.
It's been about 3 or 4 months.
Welcome to the family.
It's been a tough day. Thank you, man.
Hi, Thomas. How are you?
Hello. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for a nice sell this morning. So I had good profit in it. So
Oh. It was a very good sell this morning.
yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was good.
I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. I wasn't expecting it. I did sell, but I wasn't expecting that, it's going to gain over 80 pips. That was a
Right.
wonderful surprise. But now it's
Okay,
time
yeah.
to lock in some profits.
Yeah, I already closed mine on 20. So I closed everything.
Good. Sorry. Oh, so freaking sleepy. Okay. Make the money, take the mummy. Love from India, King of Fundamental. Thank you. Love from Piptanistan.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Chintu.
Hello, Thomas.
Hello, number one.
Number one. How are you, man?
Sleepy, very sleepy. My back hurts. I'm sleepy. I want to go on holiday. Summer is starting now. This week is my birthday. Next week is actually this week is July, guys. 7 months, six months of the year is gone. Did you guys manage to fulfill all of your New Year's Eve resolutions that you're gonna be, a better person, you're gonna start going to the gym, you're gonna become a trader, you're gonna quit your job, anything, things like this?
Everything is hypothetical.
Hypothetical, yeah. So, we still have 45 minutes until the first news. Oh no, we have actually 12 minutes until building permits. Oh my god. Guys, do you think we can analyze the macroeconomics and economics and fundamentals on gold?
Yes, sir.
So we can trade the ice shore? 12 minutes is not too much, is it? So we have to come up with a plan how to trade, thus building permits. I think we can do that. Yeah. Let me just read some news and maybe in 5 minutes we can start preparation. Max demands watching by technically might be sideways, but want to hear if there are any fundamental that can change the course for gold. Now remember guys that this is the last 4 days of June. So how many days there in June? 30? Yeah, 30. Oh god. So we have 30 days left from June. 30 days. Fuck me. God, I'm getting so sleepy. 3 days left from June. Usually professional traders don't trade for 2 reasons. First, they're not allowed to trade at the end of the month by company regulations and policies. It's a very common thing that because they have to, especially smaller firms, smaller hedge funds, where everything is pretty much manual and they have to wait for the settlements, especially stocks. You know, even though this, you know, the settlement can take up to T+2 days. And this is why at the end of the month they're not allowed to trade. Now currency is different, futures is different. Some of them has, you know, immediate settlement, but some of the assets takes 1 to even 4 or 5 days if you're talking about bonds. So they're not allowed to trade because by the time the month is finished, the new whatever they close position or settled position, sorry, whatever they took position or deal at the end of the month, it goes into the next month. So this is why 3, 4, or 5 days before the end of the month, many traders are not allowed to trade. Number 1. Number 2, trading at the end of the month, it just sucks. We all know, especially summer is coming up, liquidity is drying up. It's becoming tougher and tougher to get, you know, 20, 30, 40 pips on the market. And if you are an institutional trader, it's even worse, because if you have a big position you want to unload in the market, for example ETFs or stocks, sometimes it can take 1 or 2 weeks to get rid of that freaking stock. Or if you want to buy, there are no sellers because there is no liquidity. This is what it means, low liquidity. On the foreign exchange market, it's different because it's usually quite liquid. But even though sometimes the big orders cannot be fulfilled immediately. So 2 reasons why, you know, it sucks to trade at the end of the month. From my professional institutional trading career, if I can say that, I took this habit that I don't want to trade, don't usually trade at the end of the month. If I see opportunities, obviously I would be silly not to take it, but usually I refrain from trading at the end of the month. We have 3 days left from June. And we have not much in the economic calendar. We have building permits. Not so good. But let me show you how to do full economic or macro scenario analysis. So take this example of the building permits. Now, who can tell me what is the building permits? Oh my god. How are you guys gonna trade it if you don't know what the building permits are? I assume you don't want to trade. Then it's going to be a very short stream.
I never tried the building permits, so I don't know anything about it.
But what does
Usually
it say?
CPI or
What does it say? I mean, just use common sense. Building permits. Is the permits you
Basically, I
get to build a
believe
house.
How much construct builders or house owner get permits for buildings, or maybe just.
And who builds the buildings? Who builds the buildings?
Workers, contracts,
Contractors. What industry contractors belong to?
Oh, I don't know. Really sorry.
Of course
No
you
idea.
know. It's fucking construction, guys.
No, okay. I didn't. Usually, it's you say
Guys,
service
construction.
or manufacturing.
No. That's a different story. Construction is the life vessel of the economy. It's one of the most important industries. And if there are no constructions, because there are no building permits to hand out to people who want to build, then there is no construction. If there's no construction, there is no economic activity. Do you see the point where I'm getting at? So from this meaningless building permits economic indicator, we went all the way to construction industry, and you know how it helps the economy to boom. It's a very important thing. If there is no construction, the whole economy is going down, because that is the biggest thing, one of the biggest things. So I hope you understand now, but if you're not sure, just read the fucking description and it tells you. Now, if you think about from a construction perspective and from economic activity, very important, economic activity, if we have a higher than expected building permits, is it going to be bullish about inflationary or deflationary?
It had a lot of permits, so it's bullish
It
for
is
the
good for
economy. Because
currency.
it's good.
If we have a higher than expected building permits, that means there is economic activity. It's inflationary. If it's inflationary, then it's bearish for gold.
It is good for the
Comprende?
For
It's
the
good.
dollar.
It's good for the dollar, but it's bad for gold, isn't it? It's not rocket science. Come on, we do this every single day. Now, if we have a lower than expected building permits, that means the economic activity is contracting. The constructions are contracting, shrinking the economic activity. So that's going to be bullish for gold. And why? Because the Fed is watching, and if there is no economic activity or shrinking economic activity, then it means there will be less reasons to raise interest rate. Simple as that. And boom, within 1 minute, we put together a full macroeconomic analysis. And technically speaking, we see that price broke out from this wedgie, and who doesn't like a nice wedgie? And that could be a retest if we have a higher than expected building permits, which, by the way, it is the forecast. It's going to be, you know, summer is coming, buildings picking up, it's going to be inflationary. So what can we expect is a retest, maybe back in this area, and then continuation downwards. Now, this is not guaranteed because we don't know what is the number, but chances are high that economists get it right this time because of the seasonality effect. So how do you like this thought process? We went all the way from this building permits, describing how construction is affecting a major economy, and you know, inflationary, deflationary, you know, all of that, and then we ended up analyzing how is it going to affect gold.
Sounds
Making
good.
sense.
Sounds good.
Making sense.
Mm-hmm. 1 minute and 30 seconds. Gold already started edging higher and higher, pulling back. So chances are high that if we have an inflationary higher than expected building permit numbers, which is a direct representation about the construction industry, which is an important factor of how well the US economy is doing. We have a high number. Price could easily pull back and invalidate the whole position that we are in since... oh shit, we only have 66 likes. Guys, I'm going to stop the stream. Hit that like button right now, please. We have 57 seconds, building permits coming out. $40 seconds. What do you mean it's out already? It's not out already. You're reading the forecast, not the actual. Building permit is coming up in 20 seconds. It's not out. 1.496 is. How do you know? It's not out on investing.com. Maybe you have inside information. And 4, 3, 2, 1. And it is. He was right. He knew the data beforehand. It's absolutely amazing. 5.6. So it is inflationary. So gold could edge a little bit higher. I don't have any positions. Not opening any positions right now. It's in line with forecast. It's inflationary. So let's see how gold is reacting. And by the way, I'm waiting for durable good orders. And then later in the afternoon, we're going to have some new home sales and etc. Not much reaction, is it? Technically speaking, if you look at the data, because of the inflationary data, we could have a nice pullback into the zone, into the wedgie, and depending on the data later in the afternoon. So yeah, I think it's good for long scalping, but it's not an investment advice, a financial advice. I have my positions. Let me just show you quickly. I'm short on gold since yesterday, 26th of June. Actually, 23rd, since last week. The general market direction. Oh no, shit, I'm talking rubbish. So higher than expected, it should help to push down gold. God, why didn't you correct me, guys? I made a plan for you, draw it up, and I'm talking rubbish, and no one is correcting me. Are you this lazy, or what?
You're the master.
Yeah, but come on, I'm talking rubbish, I'm tired. So because the data is higher than expected, higher than the forecast, well above the forecast on the building permit side, is going to be quite inflationary, so it could help to push down gold.
But the retest, it's also valid before the New York Open, no?
Yeah. So what I'm expecting is it's either going to, testing the bottom of the wedge now, but I would be careful because I think gold is going to pull a dirty move to close out all the late entries, because not everyone had the beautiful entry like us, because they're not trading in the alpha community. So what it could do is to retest the daily pivot, come back into the wedgie, and then slap the price down when it comes to core durable good orders. That's going to be important. It's going to be consumer confidence. That's another important. New home sales, and of course the Richmond Services Index. Overall, I'm bearish on gold. And these are the positions. Now let's have a look on GBP Japanese yen. GJ, I'm favoring longs on GJ. USD Japanese yen, long. Obviously, I'm holding long for quite a while now. Yeah, let's go back into trading view and let me show you. How can you join the stream? Celebrity Corner. Guys, how can Celebrity join the stream?
Go into the website and pay the service that he or she requires.
Absolutely fucking yes. Thank you, Pastor. By the way, you just joined recently, haven't you?
Yeah, last week.
How do you like it so far?
Oh, I'm enjoying it so much. It's made quite a difference in my early trading career, if you can
Why is
call
that? What difference made it? Has it made it
Oh,
better, worse, or?
Yeah, I think it helps with my psychology. So I'm not nervous. I'm more confident now because I'm getting, real analysis. So it's not before, it was more like uncertainty because I was following all sorts of people. But now I'm not understanding everything because this is all new to me. But at least I'm in a path where I'm understanding a little bit more about economics and.
Do you know what can I think? Because thank you so much for the kind words. I think the reason why you mentioned that you're calm, or what was the definition? You're more relaxed.
Yeah, I'm more. I'm relaxed now. I'm not that nervous because I don't.
Do you know
have
what
the
could be the
uncertainty.
reason for that? The reason for that could be is because
Planning. Risk.
yeah, risk and uncertainty are two different things. You can measure risk, but you cannot measure uncertainty. And also, uncertainty is very bad for trading because how can you drive with closed eyes? You can't, because it's uncertain that you're going to hit a pole, a person, a baby, a cyclist. So driving blind or navigating a ship blind creates uncertainty, and uncertainty is the central of stress and bad decisions. What I'm offering to everyone, and what I started for my benefit as well, not just to help others, but to my benefit as well, is I started talking about what's coming on the market on the given day. So for example, I started the morning briefings, and it allows me to check the financial news, economics, check the macroeconomics, check the economic data, the indicators, the yields, and all of that I studied at university and what I traded at hedge funds and banks. And when I can explain my idea to a public or to one person, doesn't matter, it helps me to better understand. And this is where the ideas are coming from. Everyone can draw trend lines on the chart, but not everyone can explain, for example, the interest rate differential between 3 of the biggest countries in the whole world, UK, US, and Japan. But once you can explain it, and you can explain it to a 3-year-old, that's when you really understand things. So I started the morning briefings, started to talk about, okay, so I'm going to go long on GJ, because I'm expecting, appreciation of the sterling against the Japanese yen because of the monetary policy in the UK is changing, but it's not changing in Japan. And look at the positions. So I've been riding GJ for a long time now. One of the positions over 737 fucking pips. Show me a person who can catch 700 pips on GJ. And this is because I'm explaining my idea to you guys, and it helps me to better understand. And sometimes it works, sometimes it's not. Speculative markets are, can be tricky, and I'm not always right. But because of the explanation, because of the think tank that I'm going through every morning with you, helps me to better understand, helps you to better understand, eliminates the uncertainty, reduces the uncertainty, not eliminates, reduces the uncertainty, and gives us these juicy, nice positions. So I wouldn't enter into position. Yeah, well, maybe you can enter into long position, short position on gold, but maybe wait a little bit. It will come up a little bit higher. So long story short, the reason why I think it's a good idea to join, because if you don't like to trade in uncertainty, then I'm here to explain what's happening all around the world.
Just for you to know, Tomas, most of the guys that make videos on YouTube or trying to open a community only drive on technical things. And you also provide the technical with the logic of economics all around the world. So this help all the group and the community to be more awareness about their position and also what to do, because it's not only technical sometimes, but most of it run with news, run with politics, run with all over. This is the difference between you and the other guys I saw online, or I joined the community 1 year ago, just started to put real money from my own pocket, and I feel more comfortable, more confidence, and more profitable than I ever made in demo or ever tried on the funded account.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's. I think it's important that to emphasize that I don't say that fundamental trading is better than technical trading. I don't say that economics is better than smart money concept and all of that. But the reality is that you cannot trade without economics. So the reason why it's called financial markets, it's because economics drives, data drives, macroeconomics drives, financial markets, and not trend lines. But on the other hand, you cannot have a macro perspective, a fundamental knowledge, and then just start trade blindly. You have to use technicalities. Let me show you why. So how I trade is I first scan the news, read the most important economic events, read the Financial Times, read Bloomberg, have a look on China-US relationship, and have a look on economic data, economic indicators. And then when I have a plan that I think that, for example, the US dollar is going to strengthen against the Japanese yen, because it did strengthen for 16 months, guys. So you had 16 months to make money out of a simple idea. I go down to the technicals, and then I look at an entry point, because you have to have an entry point. And GJ paid very well over, these are the previous positions when we entered. And I look for entries. If I see that, for example, price is too far away from the general trend, maybe I'm not jumping into a buy position, because now it's too high to buy, too bullish to sell. So look at this. It diverted 600 pips from the general trend. So maybe end of the month, profit taking is coming. Bank of Japan could intervene because, cheeky Mr. Uoda, governor of Bank of Japan, likes to shock the markets. So maybe I'm going to leave GJ for now because I don't see any opportunities. So what I'm saying is always start with the macroeconomics. You have to be up to date with monetary policy, economics, and economic indicators, everything. This is the alpha and the omega of trading. And then you move to the technicals and you look for entries.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm finding, that important to have the basics, and then a bit of everything, a bit of technical and a bit of experience, I guess. When that comes with experience, and you obviously have years of experience doing this, so yeah.
But you see, last position when I entered, now it's running in negative 16 pips. So this is why you use technicals. And despite I said it's going to go back into the wedge, I entered. But because it's a small position, one standard lot, and I have enough buffer from the running position and from my capital, I don't have to worry. So that's another important lesson. If you want to reduce the stress, all you have to do is get the direction right. Once you get the direction right, it doesn't really matter why you enter. You use a wide enough stop loss. It can be 50, 60, even 70 pips. Doesn't matter, because if you know the direction, if you know the macroeconomics, price sooner or later will move. But the wide enough stop loss allows you to protect yourself from volatility, from spikes, from fake outs, from dirty moves. Simple as that. Or better, no stop loss, no problem. I'm not advising anyone to do stop loss. This is a stupid thing. I'm just joking.
Thomas, can you? I know it's not your pay, but can you check pound Australian dollar? It looks on good supply, so.
Pound Australian dollar. Wow, I don't remember when was the last time I traded GBP. It's not even on my list.
Yeah, I know. I never heard from you about this paper.
No. What could be the reason for that? GBP AUD. Let's have a look on GBP AUD. Okay, so what do we know about the two countries? Sterling, or Great Britain, and Aussie dollar. First thing you have to look at, because I don't know much about the Australian economy, first thing you have to do is you have to add the bonds. Where do I find fucking hell? I don't even know what is it called. Australia 2-year bond yield. Add it to the chart. Okay, I'm going to delete the US one, and I'm going to leave it. So what do you see from the chart here? Here you have the yellow line, Great Britain, and here you have Australia. Of course, it's going to be a simplistic analysis because I don't know what is the inflationary situation in Australia. But can you guys help me? What was the last interest rate decision in Australia? Was it a raise, no hike, or decrease?
It was raised.
It was raised. Was it higher than in the UK? How many basis points?
Almost one lower, right?
Who asked about GBP Aussie dollar?
It's me, Shaquille, but
Shaquille.
I didn't check that much, so sorry about that.
So no, it's not a problem. But if you want to trade the currency of two given countries, you have to understand the underlying monetary policy. And top of my head, I would say that the Australian Central Bank did raise interest rate, but inflation isn't a big of a problem. But actually, this month in June, Royal Bank of Australia was the first one who raised interest rate, which was a shock to the market, and then followed by Canada, and followed by the US, ECB, Great Britain, etc., etc. So the monetary policy is still bullish, still hawkish. And if you look at the interest rate differential, yield started to decrease. Maybe there was a data which suggests that it's inflationary. But if you look at the UK, now I know more about the UK. What we know about the UK is that they just printed a whopping inflationary CPI data. They raised a surprise 50 basis point increase. So what it means, they want to increase, and they will increase, they plan to increase, they announced to increase interest rate further, which leaves us, the interest rate differential between the two countries is going to widen. Australia is expected to carry on with 25 basis points, but the UK has already a much higher target benchmark rate. And if there is a higher benchmark rate, most likely the demand for the local government bonds, or gilts, it's called in the UK because back in the days it had golden edges, gilded edges. The demand is going to be much higher for the gilts in the UK, which is going to be not artificial, but there will be a demand for sterling. There is a demand for sterling. What do you think is going to happen with the GBP Aussie dollar pair?
It's going to go up.
The sterling is going to appreciate against the Aussie dollar. So here you have full analysis on GBP Aussie dollar in less than 5 minutes.
Thanks, Thomas. Thanks.
You're very welcome. Now, technically speaking, you go down to the chart because that was the first part, understanding two different countries and how to trade the currencies based on monetary policy. We started off looking at the global yields, and you can see the interest rate differential between countries is widening. Australia is decreasing, UK is increasing because of the underlying economic conditions. Now moving down to the technical part, because you have to have an entry. And by the way, can I ask everyone to hit the like button, because I'm talking 45 minutes straight now, and this is actually education, how to trade based on macroeconomics. So the second thing is, you go down to the chart. What we see on the chart, I guarantee that it's in a bullish trend, and you can see that price is going up since the UK increased the interest rate, strengthening, appreciating against the Aussie dollar. And you can see it's the top of the current price level, but we know exactly that price is going to further appreciate or strengthen. Shalom, shalom. So it's going to further strengthen. Now, most people will sell here. Why? Because they see, oh my God, there is a double top. Let's sell the GBP against the Aussie dollar. Now they are wrong. Maybe there's going to be something that's going to cause a sell-off, but right now, if you look at the interest rate differential between the two countries, there is no reason to sell the sterling against the Aussie dollar. If you trade based on double tops, I guarantee that your bank account won't last too long. So what we see is we have a resistance level right around here. It's below the pivot. I'm going to mark it with red, so it shows you resistance. Now, two types of entries. If you are an aggressive trader, you can enter right now, because we know that price is going to increase due to the interest rate differential. If you are conservative traders, you want to wait for a sign. A sign will be an impulse move to the upside, wipes out all the sellers here. Imagine how many stop losses sitting here because people are, oh, look, double top, I'm going to short the shit out of this. Imagine how many of them placing stop losses at here. We know exactly that the interest rate differential between the two countries and the monetary policy is completely different. So if there is an impulse move, I just got through, can you start over? Absolutely not. So when you see that there's an impulse move, you can wait for the retest, because once all of these mother tuckers wiped out, there will be a retest. Every impulse move is followed by a retracement. So if you're a conservative trader, wait for the sign, wait for the retest, jump on. If you're an aggressive trader, or you know more about macroeconomics, then you can be sure to enter now. That is your full analysis. And not even 200 likes. I'm afraid it's going to be the end of the stream. Sorry.
Thank you very much, Thomas, for detailed analysis.
Only for YouTube streamer. We like you very much, my friend.
You're welcome.
Hello, Thomas.
Hello.
Thomas, I have a question. Let's consider the same pound, which is GBP AUD. If both the interest rate differentiation is touching each other, which means both are equal, how would you trade that? If both are same, I mean, or almost the same.
If both are touching each other, oh, sounds naughty.
Habibi.
Hi, Habibi. Habibi. So if both are each touching each other, the same amount, for example, 25 basis point, you just see which one is bigger. And right now the UK is bigger. The UK has a bigger tool.
Which big?
Yeah, you just measure it. Who has the bigger one? Now the UK is offering higher yield, which means it's 100 basis point difference between the two countries. So what it means, my bet would be on the sterling against the Aussie dollar. Even though the UK has less chance against the dollar, it has more chance against the Aussie dollar. Just looking at the gold now, the cheeky Tucker is edging higher. So I'm heading out from the position I opened and just going to observe how price is going to react. Now, we have some other news coming up. Canadian CPI. Yeah, maybe that's messing up the market. But anyway, long story short, watch, we have a resistance level and we have the wedgie. And yeah, Going back to GBP AUD. So do you understand why I would not differentiate if they both raise interest rate? Or why would I differentiate if they raise the same amount? US 30 is looking good for sell as well.
Hi, Thomas.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. It's my first time here. My name is Destiny.
Welcome, Destiny. You are destined. You are destined to be here, Destiny.
Thank you so much.
Hello, Thomas.
Oh, I remember why I don't trade GBP USD, GBP AUD, because it's fucking slow.
Hi, Thomas.
Hello.
Hi, Tama.
Hello.
How can I help?
Yeah, just to greet you as well. I joined my first time this morning.
Ooh, fresh meat. Good morning, Ernest.
Yeah, so and I'm very happy. Basically, when it comes to the fundamentals,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really mind blowing, and I'm really grateful that my friend Destiny introduced me. So I didn't waste time. I just I bought it immediately. Yeah. So yeah. So I'm very grateful because I'm coming from retail background, and I know we were always told we don't care about what is happening with the fundamentals, the news, just analyze the chart and follow the chart. So I mean, when I came and I saw the way you're analyzing the news, analyzing the economy, in fact, it's really amazing.
Who's saying that you shouldn't care about fundamentals?
Yeah, that's what we've been told. Even this morning, if not for the analysis you did, I was going to buy the GU. But when you said that the GU is not going to, appreciate against the dollar, so I saw a structure I could have bought, and I was just watching, seeing, coming to get past my stop loss, but I didn't take the trade. So I'm just grateful. So I really need to learn these fundamentals and and get it right.
You're welcome. Yeah. It's whoever said that you should ignore economic data, fundamentals, macroeconomics, clearly has no idea about trading. I mean, this is the alpha of trading. This moves the market. And by the way, GBP AUD ain't going to move. Gold, on the other hand, edged a little higher, so it's making a dirty move. Had to close down the position, but it was a small, so nothing to worry about. And this is going to be deleted. And now, just observing before the data, which is coming up, CPI. We're going to wait and leave CPI, because that's most likely affecting the market. And then, when we have US data, we're going to jump back on into gold trade. And someone requested about Nasdaq. Nasdaq, I would wait for the New York Open, and I drew this morning, and I'm expecting price to pump up a little bit, and then continue the downward trend. The reason for that is because consumers getting squeezed in the US, they're doing better in terms of household items, but I don't think that they have much disposable income to buy new iPhones and all the luxury goods. If you look at the interest rate, it's going to squeeze all the tech companies. Interest rate on the 2-year, for example, is just at around 4.6, 4.8%. When the US market is opening, this yield is going to skyrocket back to 4.8%. It's going to push down gold, push down stocks, and ultimately it's going to raise all the way up to 5%, 5.5. That's the benchmark rate, target rate of the Fed. So generally speaking, on Nasdaq, I would wait for short opportunities after the market opened, which is in about 1 hour.
Thomas, do you have a minute?
I have all the time in the world for you, Shwami.
Thomas, I really, really wanted to thank you from the bottom. I'm really grateful that I have got a mentor like you. I finished my phase 1 yesterday, literally after 6 months, and you don't know what impact you have on me, especially on the psychological part. You have a great impact. I really follow you, and I am trying to understand macroeconomics. I'm a student. I'm trying to keep macroeconomics, leave technicals, and everything, man. I really want to thank you from the bottom. I'm really grateful to be to have a mentor like you.
Thank you so much for the kind words, brother.
And I, from here on, you can bet on me that I'll get involved in the conversation after some days of better understanding, because I don't want to be like, I just don't want to blabber on what you ask questions. So I'll study a bit. After 1 month, you can expect me to involve in the conversation. I really want that to happen.
Thank you so much. Sure, I will wait. So, Nasdaq, fully analyzed for you guys. I wouldn't jump on into a sell right now. It's quite aggressive, the market, before open. Canadian CPI is decreasing, which is going to be bullish for gold. Well, let's have a final look. Yeah, it is decreasing, so it's going to be bullish for gold. Chances are high that gold pushed already a little higher. Oh, it pulled back. What a fucking surprise.
I think you read Canadian results.
Yeah, the Canadian CPI.
Canadian CPI, yeah.
Yeah.
But also we have core durable goods and durable orders that are inflationary.
Fuck. I talked so much, guys, with the Nasdaq analysis, I completely forgot the durable goods orders. Oh my god. Okay. You see? When I'm focusing on analyzing and teaching, I completely missed durable goods orders. So, Albert, what's the conclusion on durable goods orders? It's inflationary. Okay, sell gold. Sell gold. We have the sign. That I was talking too much. You can sell gold. It's going to be, it's inflationary. And we can change this. Delete the building permits. And leave this one right there. Okay, moving back into MetaTrader. No, I said MetaTrader. Okay. Is it a retest or it's going up because of the Canadian CPI? Now we will find out. Now I have to mention that I closed down majority of the profits, guys, so I entered only with half a lot, one lot. So I'm going to add one more lot, push stop loss wide enough. Because I'm using wide enough stop losses, sorry, small lots, I can afford to use wide enough stop losses. It's very important because it's an uncertain day, end of the month. I highly recommend to everyone to play around with, the smallest possible lot sizes you can. End of the month, we're not going crazy. By the way, I posted the Nasdaq chart in the YouTube chat for Miraz Lama. Lama. Guys, 457 people watching the stream. I literally talked about macroeconomic analysis, how to analyze currency pairs based on interest rate differential, economic indicators, macroeconomics, and fundamentals, and yet there's only 200 likes. No good.
Finish him.
Nice music.
Where's everyone from?
Israel.
Pipland.
Colombia.
Oh,
Nice.
exotic.
South London.
That's exotic, mate.
Less exotic.
In it, bruv. Whereabouts?
In it, bruv.
Docklands?
What was that, sorry?
Eltham, Peckham, Lewisham.
No, I'm in Croydon.
Oh, that's the. That's that's the fancier part.
That's the deep south.
How about Bitcoin? No fucking way. I ain't gonna touch that. Pipstanistan.
Thomas?
Stoyan?
Yeah, how are you?
Very good. How are you?
Fantastic. Mind blasting.
Mr. Bombastic.
To ask you about the data from just now, 5 minutes ago, for you from US for durable goods orders. It's the inflationary, right? Like they were expecting minus 0.1, but it came positive 0.6.
Let's have a look. I was talking too much. I haven't looked. Yeah, so he expected a decrease, a contraction, but actually came the core 0.6 and the headline.
Inflationary, right?
Yeah, it is inflationary. That's the reason why I sold. The Canadian CPI, on the other hand, is deflationary. But I don't know how much Canadian CPI is affecting gold prices because I don't trade Canadian dollar. But it looks like it is now becoming a pain because gold is edging higher and higher. Isn't a weekly pivot now? If it doesn't hold, if it comes any higher, I have to close in all the positions. Typical end of the month.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Hey, Bram, how you doing, brother?
Good. Busy at work. No trades, 2 days. So just waiting.
Gold is pulling my trouser down.
Bram, you look good, huh?
Thank you, mate. I'm a bit overweight, 3 stone, but that's alright. Working on it.
No.
I can't wait. I can't wait,
beautiful,
Bram,
brother.
to post boom.
Yeah, I have not been trading, so
So, my mind is not on the trade, so I have to stay out.
Gold just touched the weekly pivot point. Now we're going to find out, is it a dirty move at the end of the month, or it's a valid bullish move because of the lower CPI data in Canada. Never respect the news. Gold never respects the news. No, it's not true. It does many times. It's been proven. Proven multiple times, thousands of times. You see? Let me show you. Touched the weekly pivot, did a bit of dirty move, bit of wiggle to the upside, and now it's moving down. It doesn't mean it's going to come down or go up, but right now it's came back into the wedgie, touched the weekly pivot, and waiting for more data, which is going to be composite. It's not much really. It's the end of the month, so now gold is playing around within this wedge. Other reason why not entering 5 lot, 10 lot trades at the end of the month. GJ stuck, ain't moving. UJ on the other hand. How's the GBP Aussie dollar trade? Shavano, sziasztok, szevasz. What other data do we have today? House price index. Consumer confidence at 4 o'clock, so it's an hour and 20 minutes away. Max demands almost blew my account. Wow, buddy. If you at the end of the month you almost blew your account, don't do it. Don't trade big at the end of the month. It's the craziest thing you can do.
Have some bullets for the FP last week, for next week.
And even today. I mean, this week we're going to have GDP.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Thursday.
On Thursday. Yeah.
On Thursday we're going to have GDP. Friday we're going to have PCE prices, which is another inflation indicator. Jobless claims, usual weekly data. Powell is going to speak to.
Yeah.
Powell is speaking tomorrow. Oh, there's going to be stress test results. Stress test results. Okay, so many data. Today is going to be shit. It's end of the month. Tuesday, there's not much data. Moving back into. Oh no. Let me show you the thing. So you see how. How price pulled back from the pivot to the wedge. It's waiting for more data. It's been struggling to break through that level. Yes, Luis.
Why Powell will speak on Thursday morning? Isn't that weird? I will change location or something.
I don't know. Maybe once, he's busy in the afternoon, so they're rescheduled for the morning. Max demands Tomasho live on NFB. That's next week, brother. Yeah, we can do it, but I hate to trade NFB. I have to say, I don't like to trade NFB. It's one of the shittest data. It's overhyped. And they never get, the economists never get the forecast right. Never, ever. Albert, what position do you have?
I'm selling. I had a stop loss, and I'm selling now from 29.90.
Oh, that's good. It makes me calm when Albert is in the same side as I am.
Well, I'm not trading nice this week. I think I'm having some hedge issues.
The what issues?
Yeah, I'm not feeling. I mean, I'm feeling so stressed, I guess, and then I don't hold the trades. I protect too soon.
Yeah, same.
When was the last time you guys took a holiday from trading and from work? And, you know, when was the last time you went on holiday? But by the way, Albert lives in Barcelona, so basically, technically, he's every day on a holiday.
Yeah, at 35 degrees. That's not a holiday. It's so hot now. And the weekend, I go to the beach with to the swimming pool with my daughter or something like that. But not doing much until the end of July.
By the way, I'm not sure if you knew, but I proposed my wife in Barcelona, in Barguel.
Wow, that's cute.
Yeah, we were followed by a Chinese tourist group with the cameras, and you know, it's funny.
And what she said, Thomas?
What do you mean?
You said you proposed her, but what she said?
She's my wife. I proposed my wife.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
So the. $485 people. Welcome to the stream, guys. Where are you from? Leave a comment in the chat. By the way, we have 45 minutes until Nasdaq open. So as I said, price is edging higher and higher, waiting for the sell zone. Let me just show you on the chart. So all of the Nasdaq sellers, but by the way, don't go crazy today. It's the end of the month. The next 2 days, please. This is the sell zone I'm waiting for. GBP AUD. Oh, we're not showing this. It's not going well. We come back to this when it's in profit. Let's have a look on gold. Yeah, we can show this. It's in profit. Moldova, Abu Dhabi. There's loads of Abu Dhabis there. Nepal, Tunisia, Australia. Wow, international. Singapore. Is it true that everyone's poor in Singapore? Uganda, Nigeria. Wow, you guys are in exotic
Only
places.
if you sing.
Yeah.
Only if you sing.
Egor Kościelab, na zdrowie. South Africa, Yama China. Yes, praise the Lord, I hold sell gold. Of course. I mean, guys, you just need to trust. A little more trust, and it's running in 2 pips profit. Qatar, South Africa, Romania, ce faci, mafia?
Peepland.
Peepland.
Habibi. Romania, Fritz Pula.
Kurwa.
Easy Tiger.
Someone is from US 30. I don't believe you. Philippines. Hi Thomas, any free seats in your academy? Well, it is just your lucky day. Thank you so much for answering, guys. It is your lucky day. There is one seat available at the academy. Wow, how can be that lucky? Wow, gold is dropping. Those of you who are interested in getting daily education, 2 Zooms a day, so one in the morning, 8:30 Central European time, 7:30 UK time, so just before the market opens. If you want a live Zoom with me, getting explained, you know, all of the financials, economics and macroeconomics, all of the technicals and you know, macroeconomics. If you want to read Financial Times news and Bloomberg, I do the articles every day, hand selected to the team. You go to the website alphafx.eu and you click on purchase. Oh my god, there's only one membership left. Shit. Wow. Well, the strongest and the fastest will be a member today. Link in the YouTube chat right now. Take it on. The fight is on. And look how nicely gold pulled back. Oh my god. That is fucking beautiful.
Habibi, yes.
Habibi.
That's why Thomas is number one. Thomas is number one. Give you
amazing
financial freedom. give you very nice position. Thank you very much, Thomas. I love you with all my heart, Habibi.
Arun Pratsping, what's the difference between Pro and Premium? You're fine with the Pro, but you can have personal mentoring with the Premium.
You can drink together with Thomas.
Yes,
Ooh,
you can have a beer with me. Premium includes a Happy Meal, and we can have a Zoom drinking session one-on-one.
Oh, I'm going to send you a private message.
Tama, can one upgrade after getting the Pro? Hello, Tama?
Yeah, but you can. Send me a direct message and explain how. It's going to be $1,000 per hour.
Upgrading.
You serious?
How does one send you a private message?
You have to figure it out.
Okay.
Dangerous.
Guys, profit. You see, you have to have a little trust. Sometimes market overreacts the data or misinterprets it, but most of the suckers jump on because they cannot translate the economic data, hence price jumps up a little bit, taps into the liquidity zone, but then common sense, you look at the data and then gold will react how it should react to the data. And you know, the thing is that I told everyone not to jump in with tight stop losses and big lots. Use small lots, use wider stop losses, get the direction right, and once you see that price is moving down, you can add more positions. So it's very important. Then why would you ruin your day stressing on fucking it's about to hit my stop loss? Have a wider stop loss, smaller lot size, and you know, just enjoy trading. TP Gold, please. Ask your bank account, brother.
Bravo, Thomas. You are number one. Long time.
And we look into Turkish lira against the Hungarian forint.
You trade Turkish lira against Hungarian forint?
all the time.
Really?
I'm just kidding. I don't even know if you can trade this pair.
Not on Forex, but the only common thing between the two countries that we have dictators, Erdogan and Orban.
Yeah, kind of.
I wanted to trade GBP Hungarian forint, but Andre, if you're listening to this, you should add this currency pair to the Forex because I couldn't trade it, and I saw some very, very good opportunities, but it wasn't available. So
at the forint, isn't it all the time like just depreciating against the other major currencies, or
what, the forint?
Yeah.
Not always, like, because we had 18% interest rate in Hungary recently.
Whoa.
So yeah, it made it very expensive. Because do you guys understand how does it work when you start shorting a currency?
No. At least me, maybe.
No,
The swaps are very expensive. So if the interest rate is very high, it will burn your account. Not their account, but it's going to be fucking expensive to short a currency. So it discourages, it is a common strategy from central banks that they raise the interest rate, and this takes away the motivation, the interest from short sellers, because it's very expensive, discourages them.
Thomas, I don't know if you know the answer to this or if you know more information on it, but I was reading up on like central bank, not central bank, but banking, money transfers, and they settled funds 2 days prior. So bank, like it's like the payment system is T+0. That's what it's called. You guys can look it up if you want to, but essentially they have to have their positions in place 2 days prior, and then during the window of time like New York Open or Asian Session London, that's when they inject the liquidity throughout certain segments of time throughout the sessions. And so I guess my question is the market already predetermined before news and everything, because the banks have to have their money in? I know 8:30 they can inject liquidity at that time, but that's the only time.
Yeah, but 8:30 is most likely is the daily fixing time.
Okay.
When you're fixing the currencies. Okay. What you're talking about is the settlement. It's another thing. Depending on what financial assets they settle, whether they buy bonds, stocks, each of them has a settlement date. Stocks around, some of them T+1, T+2. Bonds can take up to 5 days to settle, especially corporate bond market. They have to have the money because it goes either to an escrow account or they have to transfer it. But the seller of the underlying asset can take up to 5 days to transfer that asset, because maybe the asset is in custody, maybe the asset is lent out to someone, maybe the asset is used as collateral for another financial transaction. This is why it takes days to settle. You're never gonna get enough information unless you're a prime broker about these kind of transactions. But even if you're prime broker, you can't have this information, so it's very difficult to determine.
Okay. And doesn't that all have something to do with like the clearinghouse as well?
Yeah, there are
funds are available. Yeah, I was just learning more about the stuff, and I thought it was kind of interesting because isn't the market somewhat of an algorithm based off of like data inputs that are put in?
I'm trying to think about a book. So in Hungary we have something called the banking operation, which explains how are these things working in practice, in reality, like settlements and everything. but I'm not sure what is it called in English.
I'll just screenshot it and I can translate it later.
One thing you can try to buy is Introduction to Securities and Investment from CISI. It's a quite thorough book, or you can find, I'm not sure if the banking process, the operations is in the CFA books, but the CSI securities book does have, or used to have, a chapter. So I have it right here. So that was back in 2019. Let me just show you. So that was my, I'm not sure if you can see it.
I can see it. Okay.
So that was the CISI securities book. When I did my exam for be a FCA approved trader on the fixed income desk. So in this one, I know it has one of the chapter that explains about the settlement and transaction, T plus 2, T plus 0, you know, all of this. But even that doesn't have that kind of knowledge that you're looking for, because it's simply just not available.
Okay. I mean, it makes sense that why it wouldn't be available, though. They don't want people knowing.
Yeah, and it's difficult because, you know, each minute there are tens of thousands of transactions, especially if you counter in the algorithms. It's just way too much data, so I don't think that anyone has that information. And we have a new 4-hour candle open just now, ladies and gentlemen.
Previous 4 hours, Doge.
Well, the market is moving sideways, so it can go either way.
Hey, these books are so expensive. The sissy ones.
Because they got gold in them.
Yeah, they got gold.
They're going to turn you into a wizard in the market. They don't want us all to be like Thomas.
Oh.
400 euros for a book online. Jesus, not even the book.
What? The CISI book?
Yeah, but the online one, PDF, 400 euros.
No, that's with the exam. But try it on eBay.
With the exam? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Don't pay for the exam.
Okay.
What happened? The latest data came out. I just came back.
I don't know. Today my mind is somewhere else. I don't even pay attention to the data.
It was 1 hour till new home sales.
Yeah. By the way, it is 1 hour to the home sales, 30 minutes to New York Open. Price is moving sideways, guys. It keeps testing the top of the wedge, the daily pivot. You know, it's take it easy. Don't go into heavy lots. Jessica Protenik. What kind of name is that? Where are you from? You're welcome. Free education. There you go. By the way, if you want to learn in depth about the real finance, I highly recommend to go to eBay and try to find the CISI Capital Markets, CII Securities book. You know, you can get it for 20-30 quid. Securities book. Edition 16. Now this explains, you know, this was the actual exam I had to take in order to be accepted by the Financial Conduct Authority in the UK to trade. You Croatian, zdravo kolegina. So I had to take this exam, CISI. You can get the book for cheap. And it's even more information that you ever need, but it gives you a good starting point to understand currencies, bonds, stocks, settlements, for example. So I do highly recommend to buy this book. It's an educational, it's a textbook.
Can I ask again something, Thomas?
I like girls.
Yeah, that's too bad. I already know that. But you also said that Nothing else. It doesn't matter. Because I'm going to ask you about the data that came out like 1 minute ago. Is
Fuck.
am I right?
Yeah. Sorry, I
thinking
forgot
that,
about the data.
the house price index for April, it's higher than the expected. That is again inflationary, right?
What do you think? If the prices are higher, is it inflationary?
Yes, this is how I think.
Of course, but it's in line with the expectation.
No,
the month to month it's higher. 0.7.
Yeah, it's like double than they expected, and it's higher than the last time.
Yeah, it is inflationary. So gold is expected to further go down, but today is tricky. Price is moving sideways, so be careful. I mean, come on, we made 30 pips, 20 pips on just a drop. I'm going to close down the positions. Well, I'm going to close down because it looks, if it drops, then it's going to look good that I have so many open positions. But if it doesn't, it's going to hit my stop loss. So what I'm going to do, and here's a secret, if you want to start your streaming channel, you want to decrease the position as much as possible, widen the stop loss. I'm just kidding. I'm going to take profit now. And you want to go as low time frame as possible, so it's going to look so much bigger that, oh my god, look at this.
So much action.
Yeah. But I'm going to take profit now, guys, so... So closing down most of the profits. I'm going to leave just a few runners. And... yeah, that's it, not much. GJ, I'm gonna leave those ones because I'm building up positions for a longer time while I close the earlier ones. GG, I think there are good long opportunities. UJ, fuck knows, wait for New York Open. On gold, who knows, guys. Gold is crazy today. But we made profit even this market condition. This morning, 80 pips, then 60 pips, then 20 pips. Name of the book again, please. Well, if you want to learn real finance, real economics, it doesn't have much economics, but if you want to run, finance, go and buy the CISI, Chartered Institute for Securities and Investment, Securities book. This one right there. Capital Markets Program and Diploma. It pays, you buy only the book, not the exam. So it's a used book on eBay, but it has a lot of information. It's an approved textbook, which approved by the FCA and regulators. But guys, I'm gonna call it today because I've been streaming for an hour and a half and my brain is getting toasted and getting tired. Good day today.
Thank you so much, Thomas.
You are very welcome, brother. See you later, alligator. Thank you so much.
Take the money.
Make the money, take
Make the money, take the money.
Bye bye.
Thank you, Thomas. Thank you.
Thank you, Thomas.
Bye bye, butterfly.
Bye.
Thank you, Thomas.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, don't go yet. If you want to join the Alpha community, come and join via the website. One membership left of the Pro, 3 of the Premium, and you get daily analysis, daily macroeconomic briefing. I tell you everything about to know in the financial markets, what's happening, in macroeconomics, in fundamentals, in sometimes geopolitics as well, because we do trade geopolitical events such as the war, which it's sad to profit on it, but that's my job. I tell you what to do with the economic data, what to expect. I prepare the charts for you and I explain what happens if the data is higher than expected or lower than expected. I explain before the move happens that what I'm expecting where the move is actually happening. If you want to join, look at the chat now. You get 50% discount, but only for the first. I open under 2 places, only for the first 3 people. Thank you so much, guys. This is the Alpha Facts.